Greetings explorers, this is Jeff Weinberger coming at you here with a new tutorial. Today I'd like to talk about Hallelujah, but more importantly I'd like to talk about Hallelujah and how to count it, because that has a lot to do with math, and we're learning math and music, and so I wanted to kind of put those two things together, the music of Hallelujah, but also the math of Hallelujah. So that could be pretty interesting. Let's check it out. When you think about the song Hallelujah, it actually is a song that has 6 beats per measure. And so what that means is that when we count it, we want to use the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of music that we like has only 4 beats in it, like Yellow Submarine and All Together Now and all kinds of songs out there that are the most popular songs in the world. They usually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if it's a fast song, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Some music has 3 beats per measure, 3 beats. So you feel it like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's called a waltz. But we don't have a lot of those in today's music. There's a few. But waltz is kind of an older style of music that people like to dance to. It has a really specific dance that people moved around to those 3 beats with. But today we're talking about Hallelujah, and that's 6 time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice how when I move my head to that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I go from one side to the other. That's because that's how I think of it. I think of 6 having 3 beats over on one side. It could be your left side or your right side, it doesn't matter, but to make life easier today, I'm using my left side for the 1, 2, 3. I'm using my right side for the 4, 5, 6. And of course you're looking at me from the other direction, so you might think of this as your right and this as your left. I don't want to confuse you, but just because you're looking into a computer screen or a telephone, it's all going to be reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the feeling that Hallelujah has. It has that 6 feel to it. And there's lots of other songs out there too that have this same feel. What I like to do is have the first beat be a little bit louder. I like to accent it. They call that accenting or emphasizing. So you make that beat a little bit louder. 1, 2, 3. And then for the 4, 5, 6 part over here, you want to have the 4 be a little bit louder or accented. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. Notice how 1 is kind of louder and 4 is kind of louder. That makes it a lot easier to feel and a lot easier to keep track of. So you kind of have 3 beats over on this side and 3 other beats over on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that makes the music feel right. Some people, when they do this, they don't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They count slower. They go 1, 2, 1, 2. That's how some musicians do it. I sometimes do it that way. I don't want you to get too confused about that, though. For our purposes today, we're not going to do the 1, 2, 1, 2 method. I can explain that to you later if you'd like. You can email me or leave a comment on Google Classrooms for our music and math class in the Explorers section, and I will gladly explain that to you about the 1, 2, 1, 2. But for today, let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's how the math comes into that. In Hallelujah, we don't just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the song is over. There's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6s. There are many, many, many. Most songs are at least 3 minutes long, 4 minutes long, 5 minutes long. In the case of Hallelujah, it has a lot of verses. It's a long song. And so that might be like, I don't know, 6 minutes long or 10 minutes long. It's a pretty long song. So when we play the song, we have, I heard there was a secret chord. And that lasts for a certain amount of time. Let's see how long that lasts for. Let's actually count up the math of it. So, I heard there was a secret chord. That was 2 measures of 6. A measure being 6 beats. And then we had another measure of 6 beats. I heard there was a secret chord. And then of course we have, and David played, and it pleased the Lord. So that all together makes 4 measures of 6 beats. So let's add up those beats. We can use multiplication too, but let's just use addition for now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so who can tell me how many beats that is altogether? It was 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. 4 sixes for those of you into multiplication. It was 4 times 6. For those of you that want to do it with addition, we'll get the same answer, but it's 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then when we do the, and you don't really care for music, do you? That's a whole nother, and you don't really care for. That ends up being a whole nother set of 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. 4 more. So we have 4 sixes, and then we have 4 more sixes. So of course we add 4 and 4 together, that's 8. 8 sets of 6, 8 measures with 6 beats, or 8 times 6, if you know that multiplication, 8 times 6. But if you wanted to do it the longer way, which is perfectly okay, if you're more comfortable with addition, 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, and then another 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Geez, that's an awful lot to add. Of course, you could simplify it. You could do 6 plus 6 equals 12, and then another 6 plus 6 equals 12. Then you have to add those two 12s together to get 24. And then we just have a whole nother set of that, which would have added up to 24. And all together, 24 plus 24 equals, and I'll let you answer that. If you really can't get it, though, you can let me know, and I'll provide the answer for you. But I want you to kind of figure out that mystery yourself. Or maybe you're sitting there saying, oh, this is easy. I already know this math. We did this months ago. I can do 24 plus 24. Give me something harder. It's okay. Maybe we will do something harder. But I want to start very simple for today. All right, so hallelujah. Let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have a whole nother set. It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. That finishes off the verse. So let's count how many beats we have there. It goes like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 2 sets of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more sets of 6. So far, if you're keeping up, we have 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. And then starting at baffled king, the baffled king. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hallelujah. So that was 4 more 6s. So let's see. It seems like this song has a lot of 4 sets of 6 in it. And that's the way a lot of music works, where you have 4 measures or 4 bars. I'm saying sets, but you can use the word bar or measure. All those things mean the same. In music, we kind of use those 2 terms of measures or bars. So you could say that we have 4 measures of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is one measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is another measure, etc. So you just add up your measures. And let's do how many measures we have from it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth. So it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, hallelujah. And then we're off into the next part. But look at how many fingers I have up. 8. So music works like that. It has a lot of 4s and 8s and 16s and 32s and 64s and 128s. Music works a lot with the number 4. Even though we're in 6/8 time, it's like 4 times 6, or 4 6s. And that is something you'll see in lots and lots and lots of music. 4 of something, 8 of something, 16 of something, etc. So now our last job for this time around is to count how many 6s there are all together in one verse of Hallelujah. So let's see what happens. Starting with I heard. On the word heard is our first beat. Here we go. I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. Third. And there's number 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So what I counted, I hope you maybe counted the same, but let's see if we agree. There were 16 6s in Hallelujah. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 times to give us one verse. So there's a math problem for you. What is 16 times 6? If you're not doing that kind of multiplication, you could just simply add 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, and then do that again, again, and again. Do that 4 times. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Take that number, that sum, and do another 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Add those two together, and then take that sum and add to that 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Add that together, and then finally add to that sum 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. And you will get the answer. You will get 16 6s. So that's our problem for this week to solve math-wise, is what is 16 6s, or 16 times 6, or 6 plus 6, 16 times. So that is the math behind Hallelujah. I hope you enjoyed that, Explorers, and let me know. I'm sure there'll be lots of questions. I know math can be sometimes confusing, and I might not have explained it as clearly as a real math teacher, but as a musician, hopefully I'm getting you to understand how music works with math a lot. Math and music are very, very closely related. There's a lot of math in music, and sometimes there's a lot of music in math. All right, we will end it right there, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.